Don't overuse the heartbeat sensor. Sometimes when I'm watching some gameplay, I see some guys holding that thing up like they're watching a movie on an iPad or iPhone. Don't do that. Yo, what's up, dudes? It's your boy, Scotty Smoothman, and welcome to another episode of In the Mind, where we go into solos and we walk through another gameplay of a solo win and just kind of give you tips and tricks on how to get better at the game. If you guys haven't already checked out my last couple of episodes, definitely go check that out. There's a lot of good content, a lot of good info in there for you guys. So the first tip, as always, land somewhere consistent. In all these videos, if we're in Fortune's Keep, we're pretty much going to be landing Graveyard, and if we're in Rebirth Island, we're pretty much going to be landing Control Center. And the reason behind that is so you get used to that area, so you start to know where the boxes are at for loot, the weapons are, the money is, the nearest buy stations, stuff like that, just so you know the area better than your opponents. That way, if there is a bunch of you landing in that same area, you know where to go to get the guns. Now, of course, initially, solos, you want to make sure you're looting up, getting your loadout as fast as possible. So we're exchanging out weapons. We're pretty much getting a long range and a short range. Right now, we do have loadout money, but there is no buy station. There was a portable buy station just right behind me. I know I missed that. And watching back at this, I realized that I did miss that. But of course, we're going to loot up, get as much money. And a big tip for doing this is to do contracts. Get a scavenger contract. Bounty, you know, you could get a bounty and kind of hope that they get killed, or you can push them, but I usually recommend just looting up first. That way you are able to win any gunfights if someone comes up on you. So we did find that buy station. We're going to throw that down, and we do have our loadout, so we have enough cash for loadout. I recommend dropping Graveyard because there is a lot of cash. Sometimes a lot of players land here, sometimes no players land here, and in this case, we got a game where no one landed here. So, I mean, it's pretty good. We'll take it, but again, that's going to really hurt us in the long run because we're not getting as high kills as we could had we landed Winery or something like that, you know? So, if you guys are looking for high kill games, obviously I would land in those higher kill areas, the higher populated areas if you're maybe experienced. And, you know, definitely try to keep pushing for your PRs and try to get the old PR thing done. But we do pick up a UAV. We're going to go ahead and pop that here in a second. And kind of what I usually do is I just like to loot first before we go in and fight. That's why I do drop Graveyard. Of course, if we were going for PRs and stuff, which I do, again, recommend you doing, I recommend dropping a hot spot. Winery, for example, Keep's another one, but we do see this person's in here, got the kill, saw them on the UAV, and that's typically what I like to do throughout the game, is I like to get my loadout first. Once I get the loadout, go loot, get enough money for UAVs, start to buy UAVs, start to pop those, and of course, get money however you need to, whether it's going and killing enemies, whether it's doing contracts because you want to know where people are at. Map knowledge is probably the most important thing in solos because you could get killed by a 0.3 KD player that's sitting in a corner, you know? So, solos is definitely one of those you need to know, and whoever, yeah, if you know where someone is, they don't know where you're at, you're probably going to take that, and that's really the big point of solos here. So, we find another guy, we got a bounty, find him on the UAV. We're going to try to get this kill, but my boy does a pretty good play here and hits me with the crossbow. We down each other. Man, the combat bow, crossbow, whatever you want to call it, all the same. What do you guys think about that one, man? I know it's a one-shot pretty much, but it could be a little sketchy at times. Kind of annoying, but then again, we did get ourselves up because you get a self-revive when you first start in Resurgence. If we died right there, we would be able to come back, so, you know, we'll take it either way. There is always going to be a second loadout drop after the first circle. I typically run Tempered, especially in duos, trios, quads, and in this game I did grab Tempered. However, Ghost will probably be more effective in solos because a lot of people are doing the same method I'm doing. They're going, getting bounties, getting UAVs as kind of their primary kill streak, trying to get the UAV up, pushing fights, trying to get in those gunfights. So again, Ghost is probably going to be your friend when it comes to solos, but duos, trios, quads, tempered. And I don't know what's going on here. This was my first game of the day, so I was kind of, you know, the shots could have been a little bit better there. You can see me shaking my head no, because I probably should have torched him a little bit earlier, but good play on him. He knew that I had the upper hand, so you just got to get out of dodge. A big tip with solos as well is when you get kills, don't just stand there and loot the bodies, all right? Third-party city out here in solos, so again, when you get the kill, get the hell out of dodge for a second. Maybe you try to listen for footsteps, see if there's anyone around you. If not, then go back, get the loot, and go from there with it. But yeah, definitely don't stand there and loot the bodies. We do have a guy right here. Of course, we grabbed a UAV, had enough for it. Good play, kind of jumped out of nowhere, and we end up getting the kill there. There's another guy, if you saw a second ago, pop around the corner. We saw him. I don't know if he knew we saw him, but we know he's going to be sitting right here. Hits me with a combat bow. Again, that's our boy. And actually, he missed with a combat bow, but had he hit me, of course, it's a one-shot. So you got to love that. Someone dropping in back on their loot. Another tip I would not recommend doing is landing back on your loot, because 9 times out of 10 there's going to be someone there. If you know for a fact that no one's there, maybe you got sniped across the map or something, then go for it. You know, definitely go back and get your stuff. But if someone killed you close range, even medium range, people like to camp loadouts or camp where your guns were at, where you just killed. They like to stay in that same area. So I would get out of dodge because they have the upper hand. You're just going to drop with a pistol. Unless it's later game, you drop with like a mediocre SMG. So definitely don't land back on your loadout if you know there are people there. We have a heartbeat sensor. I know that's kind of a topic that a lot of people like to discuss, whether it's a heartbeat sensor or stimmy, what's better to use. It's solos, man, and in that case, I'd rather know where someone's at than use a stimmy. So, for me personally, it's heartbeat sensor, but again, for you, if you're comfortable with stimmies, if you think you perform better with stimmies, go for a stimmy, for sure, especially end game. I feel like there's a lot of situations where heartbeat's better, a lot of situations where stimmies are better, so it kind of balances each other out, whatever you prefer. But we did get the kill there, and now we're kind of in an interesting spot. You know, the circle's not too close to us. We're gonna have to start to rotate, and we could either rotate right or rotate left. In this case, I decided to go left. There's usually a lot of people in this area over there, so keep your eye open for that. Bring out the heartbeat. Again, don't overuse the heartbeat sensor. Sometimes when I'm watching some gameplay, I see some guys holding that thing up like they're watching a movie on an iPad or iPhone. Don't do that. Pop it up real quick. You don't see anyone, all right, move on. Keep going, keep looting, keep getting money. Go for UAVs, because that's how you're gonna find out where people are at. That's how you're gonna get these higher kill games. We only have 17 people left, and we only have 5 kills. Could be because there's only like 3 other people that dropped a graveyard with me, or even in that area. So it really depends on the game. You know, sometimes you are dropping hot and there's a lot of people around. You get a lot of kills off rip. In this case, I did not really get that many kills off rip, so only 5 for now. But there are 15 people left. Of course, we're up at the tower, kind of in the rat's nest, I like to call it, and being a little bit ratty. And we do drop one. The decision is either go for that kill or stick around up here. We heard someone running up the stairs because this area is loud as hell. So we're easy. It's easy to find out when people are coming up to you. I got that easy kill there. So now we're just going to kind of chill back because we did kill someone, a couple people. They know exactly where we're at. So we don't want to go up to the exact same spot that we were at the moment. You know, we'll make our way back up there, but I like to just kind of scope it out, you know, see if they're landing close, if they are landing back exactly where I was. Like in this case, this guy landed right there. Makes it an easy kill for us. Again, that's a poor land because he had no cover. I always like to at least make sure I have cover somewhere around me, whether it's in front, to the side. Like that guy was kind of just left out in the open. Same with this guy. I mean, he had cover from me, but he jumped right into that enemy down there. So now we're kind of in a little bit of a gunfight with this guy. I decided to push a little bit and then realized that there were some more players over in that area. Also, the circle, if you look at the circle, it's coming our way, so why push that now when we're going to be in a great position to get the win? So 6 players left as well. Had there been 20 players or 15 players left, I probably would have pushed that, but since we're only 6 players in, the gas is pulling our way, I just made the executive decision to stick around where we're at now because we're in a really good position. So you can see these guys are fighting. I'm out here getting assists for everyone, breaking shields left and right, and they're getting the kill, but you know what? That's okay. I should probably have like 12 kills right now, but you know, 8. It's all right. We'll take it. We got spotted by one of those annoying-ass recon drones that no one uses. Shake my head there because no one uses it. And, I mean, they know where we're at. There's a couple players that know we're up here. We saw this guy drop down, so I'm going to try to see if I could get him, try to get him to get out in the open, expose himself for the kill. But he does a really good job in just kind of using the buildings. That's the one thing about Fortune's Keep that's pretty good. Like with rotations, it's easy to rotate. You could go inside buildings. You can go around things. There's a lot of things to hide behind. Whereas in Rebirth, you're pretty much in the open unless you're in like prison. You know, if you're pushing a circle, you're out running in the grass somewhere. So that's the positive thing about Fortune's Keep, in my opinion. A lot easier rotation. So we do hear a guy running around here. Again, get yourself one of these nice noise-canceling headphones. He hits one of those intense stimmies, those rage stims, where you can hear him a mile away. So, yeah, good attempt. Kind of hit me with the slide, but we did get the pretty easy kill there. And then now we got to make our way to the circle. The gas is here. Start to push our way. I like to push a little bit early. We did pick up a UAV, which is kind of nice. There's a guy right here out in the street. Take him out with the Blixen, best SMG, in my opinion, right now. And there are 2 more left. We only have 10 kills, but again, we're in the gas and they are not. So we are in an amazing position right now. It's all about positioning yourselves end game, especially using the gas. This part is important. I decided to shoot. If I jumped out and killed that dude, I would have been torched by this guy. So I actually waited to third party them. All right. So if you guys saw, I shot a couple times first, and I'm like, you know what, let's let them battle out because there are 2 people left and they're both pushing me, so why jump out there and fight, kill one guy, get shot in the back from the other? Take your time with it. If there are 3 players left and you are in a better position than the other 2, you know where they're at like I did, stay there. You know, wait for one to kill the other, and then they'll more likely be a little bit lower damage since they just got in a fight. Jump out, get the third party, and solos, that's what it is. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps you out. If it does, be sure to hit the thumbs up, sub to the channel for some more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.